Boom.
Like we in there.
We are in there. All right, lot going on. It's all good.
Oh, yeah.
Good morning, crypto warriors, and welcome back to the Gym into Crypto episode 141. Today is Monday, April 7th, and I'm King.
And I'm Bitcoin Zay, and we are here to bridge the gap between cryptocurrency and the community Monday through Friday at 10-ish.
10-ish.
Glad to be on Instagram. Don't get on often.
There we go.
Trying to increase those views on Instagram.
Yeah, Bitcoin Zay is on his Instagram, and we are now actually live streaming on Twitch today as well. Twitch is a new platform we're hooked up on.
Mm-hmm.
So you can check us out on YouTube Live, Twitch, of course, all our podcasts, TuneIn Radio, Google Play, iTunes podcast, which is becoming very popular on our podcast. So a few different ones.
Oh yeah.
What is going on, Sergeant Crypto, Terrence Spencer, Milto, Tessa, Gia, Bitcoin J, Bitcoin Bay. Hey. Hey, everyone. There we go.
Thank you, everybody on Facebook joining.
There we go.
Oh, yeah. Appreciate you.
All right. Let's kick this thing off.
Oh, yeah.
First top news story of the day is...
Well, let's get
free Bitcoin of the day.
Bitcoin.
Boom.
Yeah.
Almost forgot.
Yeah, let's get that free Bitcoin winner.
Someone has a case of the Mondays.
I know, right? So, shout out to Tessa Hall, won that free Bitcoin. Thanks for your comment. The question we had, or that we posed, was: is George Soros getting into cryptocurrency good or bad, or how do you think it'll affect the markets? I think Tessa's comment saying that Soros family wants to make sure legacy-wise they're in a position to continue winning and continue making money, which makes a lot of sense because even though he's an older gentleman, his family, they should be taken care of for generations if they get into cryptocurrency, because that is looking like what the future is going to be. So. Good comment there. I already sent you that free Bitcoin. So, thank you, Tessa.
There we go. Much appreciated. All right.
Yeah.
Without further ado, then, Chinese blockchain industrial park opens with $1.6 billion, partially government-backed fund. Huge amount. What is going on with the Chinese industrial park?
Okay. Well, it seems that the Chinese are not playing around with y'all. They're not playing no games. They basically
1.6 billion.
Yeah, they basically put you on notice that if you want to have a country or a place that has a blockchain anything research or distributed ledger technology, you're gonna have to compete with the Chinese because their government is in on it. They actually
30%
the local
of
districts, 30% of it is from the government. So $1.6 billion is nothing to sniff at for a blockchain research park. There's actually 3 different facilities, but it's a research park, blockchain. Distributed ledger, cryptocurrency focused. I mean, in my opinion, the Chinese have always been at the forefront of this, just based on mining power from back in the day. So you can see the interest. But once their government started saying that they wanted to control it a few months ago, which we discussed, as soon as they said it's banned, we're like, oh, well, they must love it because they want to control it. This is what you'll see. You'll see joint ventures where they build up, a lot of research. Because they don't mind blockchain research as long as it's for them. They like, all right, you can research all you want as long as you know.
Right. It's government back.
It's government back.
Yeah, it's private. Yeah.
As long as they own a piece of that, pretty much, a lot of the blockchain technology research there will be for the Chinese. They see the future. They plan 100 years ahead. They are not playing with people who are out here like, oh, it may work, it may not work.
I might get my return this week. Might get my return next month.
What we always say, focus on the tech. Yeah. That's where people know the technology works. Speculative asset prices can change day to day. Technology is still going forward. So,
and one thing that's interesting about the fund, I guess, is the management behind the Hangzhou Haiyu Investment Management is made up of hand-in investment in blockchain, whose previous projects have included EOS, Quantum, Zcash, and SIA. So, again, kind of from that business or investor point of view. Those might be interesting coins to watch. I know we covered Quantum before, haven't we?
Yeah, we did one of the best altcoins.
Right, best altcoins we buy. So it's good to kind of pay attention to those as well, because if this is the trend line, the progression of where that investment group's going to go as far as with this fund, I wonder where they're going to put some money into, right? I wonder what they're going to at least try to put money into.
True.
At the very least. So that's definitely...
Yeah, and Monique here, she just said, yep, that's why I invest in Chinese coins. Exactly. Don't bet against the Chinese. I've always told people that. There's almost one sure thing is betting against the Chinese will get you wrecked. So
Well, there you go. They are just like that. They're back in the game.
Yeah, I mean, they slowly doing what they got to do.
What's crazy is that they opened up this blockchain industrial park, and it still isn't more than Telegram ICO.
Yeah, no,
crazy.
That's crazy.
Speaking of that last free Bitcoin today, we talked about Soros. Well, it looks like his partner in crime, Rockefeller, is joining in on the party.
Oh, yeah.
Rockefeller's VC arm, Venrock, partners with Coinfund. Exec highlights focus on long term. Again, focus on long term.
Yeah.
Your 3-month return right now doesn't matter. Your 6-month return doesn't matter. You have to look at this thing long term because they're willing to suppress the price to bleed you out for the next year or two if they can do it. They are willing to go there. They'll do it for the next 5 years.
Yeah.
If that guarantees them the majority of crypto, majority of Bitcoin at the end. Crypto Key said, "Who watched Billions last night? You see how X wants to get paid, LOL." I only started watching it. I didn't see the rest of it. That was my nighttime homework I didn't finish. So you finished it?
Yeah, I finished it.
Ax about his money right now?
Oh, yeah.
Ax don't never play about his money, though.
Yeah, I was going to say, one of the funny things about, in there, they were talking about, I don't want to give it away, but they do talk about quants, which are people who
I
build
started
algorithms.
seeing that part. Yeah.
Once you see how it kind of plays out, I like the approach they came with at the end because, like I said, as a company that makes that much money, if you relate that to crypto, there's a lot of these companies that are looking long term, like, oh yeah, these quants, these algorithm people, they can come in, but there's certain stuff you can't in crypto. You just can't program it. You can't program
this tweet. I know. You can't do it.
You can't program a coin forking off and a bug happening. You know what I mean? You just can't program for that. So
can't program hackers and scammers.
Yeah, you can't.
That's a part of the game. Clearly,
it's shutting down.
Yeah. Well, I will say it was pretty interesting. I did see the beginning. Like I said, I saw when they started getting the quants. I didn't finish, but they were talking about how his wife, or soon to be ex-wife, who knows, was saying that, she was like, I know 300 million is a lot, but that's not enough. She was like, to live how they live, she said $300 million isn't enough.
For our lifestyle.
People, this is the competition.
Yeah.
300 million isn't enough for their lifestyle, so that's the competition out there.
Yeah.
Hold.
Yeah, exactly.
Because everything else you try to do, they've done it, they can do it, they're 10 steps ahead of you. But Venrock, the official venture capital arm of the Rockefeller family, has partnered with crypto investment group Coinfund to support cryptocurrency and blockchain business innovation. Fortune reported April 6th. Keyword, blockchain business innovation. Again, it's kind of like what Coinbase is doing. They're not just stretching out to invest in different cryptocurrencies. They want to invest in the businesses behind it. They want to become the new Y incubators. So I think that's going to be huge, the business side of it, whether you like Rockefeller or not, Soros not, Coinbase or not, at least they'll be providing money for up-and-coming startups and businesses in the space to at least get that initial funding, even though they're probably going to keep at least 50 to 75%, if not more.
They're going to text.
Oh, yeah, they're going to take something, but at least they're giving you the opportunity to start that up. And if you're a real startup founder, entrepreneur, you start one up, you're making money, you pass it on, you sell it, and you start another one. That's the way it works.
Oh, yeah.
So it looks,
false hope, man.
Right, definitely.
Give us some false hope.
When asked about Bitcoin's recent failure to strongly stay above $7,000, Venrock partner David Pacman told Fortune that the price of a single currency over the next day, week, month, or year is not what they thought about when they decided to partner with a crypto investment group. There it is again. He's quoted as saying, "We're really patient long-term investors. We're wondering what happens over the next 5 to 10 years. Can we have fundamental change to a number of different markets because of a distributed ledger, a token economy that all participants can partake in?"
Oh, yeah.
So again, people, we just keep trying to hit that home because everybody wants to know about that daily price action. It just doesn't matter. It really doesn't matter.
Not at all. And a smart man once told me, if you can remember 10 years ago, you can plan 10 years ahead. So these people who are saying long term, this is what they're thinking about, like next decade or a couple decades from now, how it will take over the industry. So for those of you who hit us up, what do we think the price is going to do tomorrow? It's kind of like, I don't want to say who cares, but it's sort of, if you didn't get in it for long term, it's sort of hard to stay in crypto. You're going to end up buying and selling, buying and reselling.
Right.
So, that's one of those things that if you see these companies doing it now, you may listen, but we've been telling you for months. So.
Bonjour, Elise Hot from Paris. There we go. We got Paris in here live. That's what I'm talking about.
Shout out to France.
S1 Does saying the crypto community was so giddy to get to see big bank investment firms involved. Be careful with your ask for. That's true.
Yeah.
Crypto Key, old money wants that new money because they know it's coming. They know it's coming. Exactly. It's And it's also one of those things where, again, you talk about people who say they've been spending old money. This will turn old money. Another 5 or 10 years, you'll be able to say, "Oh man, I spent that 2017 money when I first got in the market. Like this is old money. This is not even what I'm doing this year." So,
I got old paper wallets.
Right there we go. That's how. Hey, I believe this guy. Oh, our first Twitch follower and our first Twitch commenter on
yeah.
Crepe. What's going on? Appreciate the view. We are on Twitch every day now.
Oh,
so you'll be seeing more of us here.
Oh, yeah. We on Twitch now.
There we go. We got our first Twitch. Bcash promoting Twitter account at Bitcoin suspended. Internet debates death of free speech. Wow. I mean, did we go that far? Of course, Roger Ver, who owns at Bitcoin, which is a Bcash promoting account, released a statement on Twitter saying, "So this is how free speech dies," with thunderous applause. You know what? I'm not going to say this is how free speech dies. I think free speech. I don't know. It's kind of one of those things where you're actually fraudulently doing something.
Yeah.
It didn't say at Bitcoin Cash. It said at Bitcoin. Yeah. You had it first, and then you wanted to switch it. So I feel like it's a fraudulent case. You're being called out on it. What's your thoughts?
And I mean, free speech is it's free until, like I said, it impedes on someone else's ability to get free speech.
Right.
And because Bitcoin is a name of a coin that's not your coin. He was fraudulently, representing Bitcoin from that aspect. However, like I said, as far as the free market goes on Twitter, anybody can create a Twitter name. I mean, so that's one of the biggest things there too. Is I don't know what how you take away the name simply because he was doing something on that side. Because in crypto, there's no rules against it. I mean, so to say, I guess Twitter just set their own rules. But I'm kind of on the fence with this one. To me, who cares? Because it's Roger Ver. But at the same time, I don't want to, have a Twitter name for something and then they take it away because you're representing something,
right?
Quote unquote fraudulently, when all you did was buy a Twitter name. So I don't know. It's one of those. It's up to Twitter to come up with this decision, which I think is a dangerous precedent to set because once Twitter is the end all be all, it's kind of like, well, we can suspend anybody. So
and it looks like everybody, as you can see, I was scrolling down. Everybody's going back and forth in this full detail, especially for the podcast people who can't see if you don't know. Yeah. Basically, a Twitter-based continuation of the Bitcoin versus Bcash debate came about, where at Bitcoin that was promoting the Twitter handle, or the Twitter handle at Bitcoin was promoting Bcash. They suspended by Twitter, seemingly due to a large number of complaints. One other thing I want to point out that I don't think nobody's realized. Roger Ver, Jack Dorsey, Jack's in crypto now, multimillionaires. Roger Ver is worth a ton of money. I'm sure he lost a lot in that Bcash pump. He made a lot, lost a lot. He's very wealthy. But my point is, all these people know each other, all right?
Yeah.
We say this all the time. So it very well could have been Roger Ver could have said something crazy this weekend. Yeah. Saturday night, he was drinking. I don't know. Jack heard it Sunday morning. You heard what Ver said about you last night? Go ahead and cut the account for a week. Yeah, like you never know. Or I think you pointed out. Somebody pointed out the other day. They were like kind of like with the Trump account that got suspended. It could have been a rogue worker there that's like, you know what? Yeah. I got something for you. So it could have been a variety of reasons. We don't know. But let's see. S1 does said Twitter days are numbered. Will be considered passe soon enough. I agree. I mean, it's definitely numbered when you see they have the power to do this. But at the end of the day, this is kind of like the market speaking for itself. Each person in the market has a viewpoint, right? Jack Dorsey, he just happens to own a big service, but he has his viewpoint. If his viewpoint is against at Bitcoin, then yes, he can just cut it off.
He can just do it. Yeah.
It's his business. So I think Jameson Locke was down here in the article saying just because you have freedom of speech doesn't mean you can go on someone's private property with it. Yeah. Private platform. There we go. So this is one of those things right here. Yeah, you have freedom of speech, but that doesn't mean you can just do it wherever you want. Yeah. Clearly, because it's not allowing them to.
Yeah. And honestly, I mean, it's going to be a decentralized platform that takes over social media where people get paid and retweets or whatever, like Steam dollars or whatever. There may be something else that does it. But like I said, Twitter's days, it was good while it lasted. There's still, I think, continue on for a while. However,
they got another 35 years.
I would say, when you start censoring stuff, that's when usually the downturn starts.
Right.
I mean, that's literally like the beginning
deflection point.
Yeah, that's literally the beginning of the end. Because at that point, it's like, okay, who do we like, who do we don't like, or who do we not like? So, you want to get some scammers out of there. So to say, it's cool, but at the same time,
they're going to come back.
They're going to come back. Yeah,
it's like whack-a-mole.
Yeah.
Bitcoin Base said he just said he doesn't actually own it. An old Bitcoin community member who supports Bcash owns it. He tweeted a few minutes ago. Okay. Right. So somebody was also saying that, but here's the thing: it's also against Twitter's terms of service to sell those accounts. Yeah. So let's say he did sell that account for millions of dollars, or he's leasing it monthly, which was actually a brilliant plan to lease a Twitter account. Who would have thought that'd be an extra flow of income? But yeah, technically that goes against Twitter's terms of service as well. So he could have
had a good reason.
He might have had a real reason on it. So, but that's that. We'll see what happens. Of course, I'm sure this is the first of many. We've already saw them banning the ads and stuff of everyone that they don't own. Their cartel doesn't own a piece of. So this is like the next thing in line for it.
Oh yeah, Snapchat already done. So
right, Snapchat's been done.
Yeah.
But speaking of regulations and I guess banning stuff, government-issued digital currencies threaten financial stability, says Swiss central banker. Now, this is actually a very interesting take on centralized cryptocurrencies. We talk about the Fed coin, the USD coin, the crypto ruble and all that. Well, it looks like a Swiss central banker actually came out and said, this is not a good idea.
Oh, yeah.
He said, right, according to the Swiss National Bank, SNB governing board member, Andrea May-Chiller, private cryptocurrencies have advantages over central bank digital currencies. Again, CBDC. They're trying to put that. They're trying to keep pushing that acronym. People, don't go for it.
CBDC.
Central bank digital currencies. Cointelegraph, their Swiss arm, reported April 8th. It looks like they told an audience in Zurich that private sector digital currencies are better and less risky than national issue versions. Furthermore, she added that a government-issued cryptocurrencies could increase the so-called risk on quote-unquote bank runs when a large number of customers withdraw funds from a bank based on concerns about the bank's solvency. She's basically quoted by saying, digital central bank money for the general public is not necessary to ensure an efficient system for cashless retail payments. It would deliver scarcely any advantages, but would give risk to incalculable risk with regard to financial stability. So she's saying that if they come up with a real CBDC or whatever the hell they're calling it now.
Got you saying.
I know, right? I knew it. As soon as I said it, it rolled off so nice, too. Yeah. If they actually release a centralized digital currency, then that might tell people, wait, this is real. Take my money out the bank right now and switch it over.
Oh yeah.
And that is the last thing they want. Again,
if you have a bank run, if you have a bank run and people trying to actually take cash out, that would be hilarious because most banks only keep about 5% of the cash on hand that they actually store online, so to say, in a database. So yeah, it's one of those things that if it happens, like we've always said, with digital currencies, if it is centralized, you always still have a central point of failure. It's just an upgraded database, so to say. So if they issue their own digital currency and in different countries, you can basically pay with this digital currency. Banks will basically be like, why do we have these buildings? Why do we have you all working?
There we go. Everybody's getting
why do I want to use this bank now? You know what I mean? They'll probably have to come up with some grand plan for micro loans or something like that to keep their business afloat. But we'll see. Like I said before, as soon as people really wake up to what it is they're trying to do, CBDCs, they're gonna have to trick you into getting it. You're not gonna willingly accept it. They're gonna either have to trick you or force you to get it, or force you.
That's what I think it's gonna be. They're gonna do the trick at first. They're gonna do the whole, if you switch now, you can get a rate of this and discount of that and whatever. And then it's gonna turn into, if you haven't switched yet, you'll get fined X, Y, Z. And then it's gonna be, this is the only thing we're offering. Yeah, period.
Yeah. So you
still have that?
So you're not American.
You still,
like there
we go.
They're gonna start.
Yep. Oh, you're a terrorist.
You
don't want to do digital currency. Yep. Come on. We all know the script.
We all know the script.
This is crazy. It's crazy that we know the script. It's not even a secret no more.
Yeah, it's not even a secret.
Speaking of knowing the script, did you see it was an article that came out, and this is important for everybody who's on social media. An article came out last week on one of the main news services. I actually clicked on the jobs on federaljobs.gov or something, the United States place where you can go get contracted jobs. They are offering a job that tracks influencers, media influencers, whether it's news, podcasts, social media, written in over 100 languages, people, including Arabic, Chinese, English. They did a full story on this. So they are now, the United States is now paying a company or will be paying a company to track over 290,000 influencers, media influencers. That is ridiculous.
That's ridiculous.
By the government. Department of Homeland Security is doing this. What do you think they're going to do with that information when you get on that target list?
No, they're just going to store it. They're never going to look at it.
You won't be important.
Yeah.
But speaking of government-issued digital currencies and central banking, South Africa's central bank to establish self-regulatory body to oversee crypto industry.
Word. y'all gonna regulate yourself with each other? Come on.
South Africa's central bank. This is the same as having the police regulate themselves for police shootings here in America.
Yeah.
It just doesn't work.
You can't have your boys.
You can't. Yeah.
We gonna wrangle them in. Yeah, I know because that's my boy.
Right. I wonder if South Africa's central bank saw something that was decentralized in the crypto industry they didn't agree with. I wonder what they would do. The right thing, or the right thing for central banks?
Mm-hmm.
I don't know. It's such a trick question.
Yeah. I mean, this is one of those situations too. South Africa is a big crypto place. Very big in crypto down in South Africa. But their biggest thing, I think, going forward has been the central bank taking control of what a lot of programmers and people have built. Like we've seen Vinny Lingham from South Africa with Civic, with your ID being able to be on the blockchain or whatnot. Mm-hmm. All of a sudden, central bank shows up. Oh yeah, now we want to invest in Civic or we want to do something. It was another company from South Africa, same thing. Central bank showed up and said, "Oh yeah, well based on our standards, you're okay to operate now." So it's
like, wait, when did your standards even matter?
Exactly. You wasn't around. You wasn't with us shooting in the gym.
Nope.
In 2012, 2011, when everybody was calling us crazy. Which, I understand because I've been there. But, then they show up and they're like, oh, yeah, now we got these standards we want you to listen to. And if not, you go to jail. So this is just more of the same. And they've been doing it. This is a pretty regular pattern for them, I will say.
Right. Again, it's one of those things where it's so bold. I mean, again, from a business perspective, people, a lot of these moves that we see that we don't like, we disagree with, we actually applaud from a business point of view. I mean, come on. To have the gall that you're literally against in the whole industry, but you say you're going to come in and regulate it.
Yeah.
Make, the front page of a pretty popular media website for it. And then actually have people in your own country listen to you and say, okay, we're going to guess you're in charge.
Yeah.
Like, I mean, they have the gumption to do that and get away with it. I mean, I applaud it.
Applaud you.
But, from a user in the community, a part of the community, it's one of those things where, like, who do you think you are?
Yeah.
Like, with a straight face, you just coming out and said, we're going to establish a self-regulatory body here. It's better than the government regulations. Like, you're a central bank. You essentially are the government there as well. So,
true that.
Again, it's interesting to see. We'll see how South Africa responds. We saw in India, they were talking about banning all types of stuff a week ago. They've already had a list come out where they had 17,000 signatures, a petition come out with 17,000 signatures. We saw in South Korea, they had over 100,000, 200,000 signatures and a heart attack all in a week.
They were signing away.
So we'll see what happens in South Africa. We'll see how that population responds to their central bank coming into the crypto industry as the self-regulating body, which I'm pretty sure is going to go by the same laws and same things they already do
of course.
To benefit themselves. So.
Yeah, shouldn't be that hard of a job.
Right. Just erase the name of bank and put whatever.
Yeah,
right. It's like, use the same paperwork. We don't need to switch the paperwork.
Distributed ledger technology.
Change the dates from 2012 to 2018.
Got it.
Go.
Yeah.
Right. Unconfirmed. Polish prosecutors seized $400 million in euro amid allegations Bitfinex is implicated in fraud. Now, Bitfinex has already responded to this as well. They did. Oh, okay. They actually updated the article. I wasn't sure. Bitfinex has issued a statement denying any connection to the funds seized by Polish prosecutors. It looks like news came out that a seizure of $400 million in euros from an account that is reportedly affiliated with crypto exchange Bitfinex at the cooperative bank in Poland. They said that the investigation was allegedly tied to Colombian drug cartel operations. Woo!
Word.
Spicy. I got to use the days because somebody said, "What's up, marrow?" They say that word all the time.
Spicy.
Right. But seriously, it's like one of those things. We didn't see this coming. A Colombian drug cartel operation is using crypto or the bank. That's the question. Because they said it was done through the bank.
Man, everything is connected. If you look deep enough, all the money that's coming through is connected somehow. So
right.
Whether it's the bank or whether it's crypto, I'm sure it's drug money in your grandma's purse somewhere. Just because all money is connected at some point. So yeah, if they find it, one of the things with Bitfinex, they had their tether problem. They had to prove that they had the same amount of money. This is more of just a banking thing where they use the same banks, or they may have moved money through Bitfinex, who moved it through their bank. But how would they know? You know what I mean? Like, nobody asked on KYC or AML form, "Are you a money launderer or international drug dealer?" They don't ask that. They just ask for your information, and if it goes through, it goes through. So, I don't think they'll be implicated for this.
I'm mad they got this picture.
They got to put them on there.
They got the old guy in the jacket selling Bitcoin again. That's messed up.
Oh, yeah.
And look, here we go. And you got the nanny state right. Oh, you can't do that. You can't sell nothing that we don't own.
Not around here.
Not around here.
By the way, I picked up some Monero last week.
Again, it to me is whenever I see them specifically point out something allegedly tied to Colombian drug cartel operations. Well, I don't know that, that's allegedly. I can tell you what was tied to cartel drug operations. It was called Operation Fast and Furious here in the United States with, I think, was Attorney General Holder. When we sold guns to cartel members, then one came back and killed an ATF agent. Oops. Nobody's talking about that old story, right? That one actually was tied to cartels. There's proof to it, and no one in our government, of course, got in trouble for that, for selling guns to cartel members who used it to kill a government ATF agent here in the United States. So that's an actual fact.
They washed the money through Wachovia.
Right.
Which, where's Wachovia now? They got bought out.
I wonder why they got bought out.
Buried that story. You never
Come
hear
on,
about
people.
it.
So when we see allegedly tied to Colombian drug cartel operations and all this through the banks, we don't believe you. You need more people. All right, like this is come on. It might have worked back in the day, but we're coming up on this.
Oh yeah, definitely.
Let's see. Yep, heart attacks for sale. They mess around. That is right, Sergeant Crypto. Alex Daly with his bullish indicators as always. Bitcoin to 5K.
Bitcoin to 5K.
Hey, yeah, you called it pretty early, so I'm not mad at that.
Yeah.
Let's see. Dry Dessert Perfect said legal crime is amateur stuff. Pros influence legislation and make crimes legal. That is a very true statement. Legal crime, that's why we don't pay attention to it. That is literally the amateur stuff. I mean, that's a great statement. The real gangsters, they aren't committing illegal crimes. They are putting people
write the law.
Yeah, they write the law. They have lobbyists. They have people working. Kind of like you said with weapon manufacturers and big pharma. They'll make it into law. I.e. the United States dollar getting off the Gold-Backed standard, and then they'll just push that. So that was a great comment.
Oh yeah, appreciate that.
All right, that's about it for today. For the free Bitcoin, what are we doing today?
All right, for the free Bitcoin, if you haven't heard, Stanford, Wharton, and Georgetown are offering new crypto classes now.
What? Stanford, Wharton, and Georgetown?
And Georgetown, yeah.
Slow clap. Yep, there we go.
Like I've stated a few times before, my first crypto class I took was from Princeton online, which helped me a lot, starting out back in like 2013, 14, I think when I took it. And some of these classes, like I feel that college students who are just kind of throwing their money at crypto, hoping to get rich quick, this actually teach them cryptocurrency the way it should be taught. What's the background, how to use it. For the free Bitcoin, let us know, would you attend or would you actually take one of these classes if they were available for free? Also, would you pay for it? Would you send your kid to school, or would you, go to college and take it, or would you just learn online? Because some people think if you go online, you can find out the same stuff and figure it out. It may take a little longer, but yeah, let us know. Put your public address, and we'll send that free Bitcoin.
There you go. And for those watching us on Twitch, we only give out the free Bitcoin right now on YouTube. We do actually have some Twitch programs coming out, which would be pretty cool. It's gonna be all types of points and stuff you can get and win stuff. Twitch. Just let everybody know, Twitch is very interactive as far as for live streaming. So we definitely go to build up that platform as well. But for right now, for the free Bitcoin, make sure you come over to YouTube.
Oh yeah.
I can't wait to see the answers for this question tomorrow.
Yeah.
Because I think that's pretty good. It will be interesting to see. Do you go to school and get it or not? If you don't, I can tell you what, you better start getting as much, like you said this a long time ago, get as many pieces of paper as you can right now, because though it doesn't matter, they're going to try to make it so that it does matter. Yeah. So like, well, you're not technically a crypto professional. You haven't had this. It's like,
blah, blah, blah.
It's like, but I've been in it since 2012.
That's
doesn't
why I
matter.
just start collecting certifications. Just
right.
Start collecting them for now, and then a couple years from now, people start asking, yeah, I got it a few years ago, man.
Right. Just
because. But yeah, it's all good.
All right. Well, that's our show for today. We will see you tomorrow, bright and early at 10ish. I guess it's not actually early for the East Coast.
They had lunch.
Right.
They about to take the afternoon nap.
There we go. Siesta. Cheers.
Have a good one.